I'm Joseph Quijano, Certified Financial Planner, and I want to welcome you to what I feel is the most important topic in today's financial world. The biggest killer of any financial or retirement plan. What is it?
And how you can fix it and avoid that pitfall when it comes to your retirement. Hi, I'm Jordan Quijano with Become the Banker. We want to thank you for all the great comments you've been leaving us. We want to always answer your questions, and any questions you want to ask us, feel free to leave them right below, along with a like and a thumbs up, and we'll get on to many more topics that help you get ahead financially.
Were you aware that over 60% of the people that are reaching the age of 65 are going to be needing what they call long-term care? So, ladies and gentlemen, this is what happens in our life. We go to work, we save money, we invest money, only to be torn down by this silent killer called long-term care. So if you haven't planned for the future and you want to get ahead financially, you need to take care of long-term care needs.
If you would look at the average cost that somebody spends for a long-term care facility, and this is what we call nursing homes, or even a nurse to come into your house to take care of you, the average cost for an individual is right around $225 to maybe even on the upwards of $400 to $450 a day. And that's per a month on a day. The average stay now is about 2.5 years for an individual. So do the math, $225 times 30 days in a month, and you do that for the whole year, any financial plan can be wiped out by this devastating cost.
Absolutely, Jordan. And I can tell you something right now, that the 2.5 years only really relates to nursing home care. You see, if you look at the whole spectrum of long-term care, it all begins with home health care. So when somebody needs long-term care, the first thing they do is they bring a nurse into their home to take care of them.
Right.
Then the second level of long-term care, that's when the family cannot be responsible anymore to give care to their loved one. They need to go to an assisted living facility. And that's where it really costs a lot of money.
It's more expensive, yeah.
That is right. And the assisted living facility, you're halfway mobile at that point, but you're not remembering to take your medication at a certain time or how many pills you should be taking. And then the third level is when you go to a nursing home, and that's where the 2.5 years come into play.
Right.
And then hospice. So it all starts with home health care, assisted living, nursing home care, and hospice. So if you look at that span of time, it's about 10 years.
And
so
the
at
cost
that
of that, I'm sure, is crazy too.
Oh,
I mean, from each little step up there.
Absolutely. So it will kill any financial plan or any retirement plan, Jordan. So this is the sad part. People cannot afford to buy long-term care insurance because it is expensive. You mentioned how much it's going to cost to take care of you, right?
Right. And if you think about it, it's almost a gamble as well. I mean, it's one of those things that we all don't need it, but most of us do. So there could be that chance that people take in their eyes and they say, instead of paying that high cost to have an insurance policy to cover it, I just want to roll the dice. And that's a big mistake you can do, because these costs could devastate your life, including your families.
I believe that the biggest fallacy that we have is that we are in denial. People think it's not going to happen to me.
Right.
It's not going to happen to me. I'm young. I'm healthy.
Yep.
But you know that we're living longer. This is the problem. We are living longer, and with this gift of time, something gives out, either our body or our minds.
Right.
So that means that if you cannot perform 6 activities of daily living, Jordan, which is what? Bathing, moving,
Yep.
cooking by yourself,
Yep.
dressing, holding your continence,
Your bowels,
right? Your bowels, or just moving from one sofa to the chair.
Transportating. Yep.
Yeah, you know what's going to happen? You need long-term care. You need some help. If you have 2 out of the 6 activities of daily living that you cannot do, you have to have care. And those policies are so expensive that people cannot afford.
You're right. It's one of those costs and one of those fears that, we're all moving further and further with the baby boomer generation. It's gotten so big now that for people who are retiring, that unfortunately, there's not many insurance companies that offer long-term care anymore. And it started to shrivel up in the last 10 years. So now there's only about 2 or 3 major companies which drive the cost way up.
I just read a study that was done just recently by a major university. And they're saying that kids that are being born today, get this, they have a good chance to be over 104 years old. That's people that are living to being born today. They are projected to be living to 104 years of age. Now, with that gift of time, something gives out.
Right.
And if you don't have long-term care insurance, then your family will have to be burdened to take care of you.
Not only that though, there is obviously going on the system, going on government healthcare. And that's unfortunately, if people don't realize, not a great picture. I'm not saying it's bad, there's some great facilities, but let's just say that the funding that's needed, they only allot a certain amount of beds per facility. And so if you live in Colorado, Texas, Georgia, wherever, and there's not enough beds opened up in your city or your county, but there is one down the street, where do you think you're gonna have to be put? Or you may be out of state. Government programs aren't the best sometimes because it forces you to have them make the decisions for you with their funding, and you don't get to choose your location, your care, or really what you want.
You're absolutely right, and we're talking about this government program called Medicaid, not Medicare, and they are absolutely ruthless. That means that when you begin to apply for Medicaid, you have to almost gift all your property, all your assets to Medicaid.
Yes.
For them to pay for your care.
What's the number? You can only have, what is it, 20,000?
No, $2,500 in assets.
God. So that means all of your assets, 401ks, IRAs, retirement plans, even homes, have to go straight to Medicaid.
Yeah, they're all going to Medicaid.
Wow.
For your care. So besides not being the best choice, you know what? It is the most ruthless.
Right.
Choice. Financially.
Yeah.
So
what can you do to fix this? How do you avoid the financial stress, burden, or uncertainty of knowing if you even need it? That's why products, today's world, have gotten so much better. When we're talking about retirement plan products, 401k products, and even life insurance products that give you long-term care or chronic illness benefits that most products don't have or have additional costs for. With Become the Banker, we focus on that, and we want to share with you what those products are, on how you can protect yourself not only for retirement, but for the uncertainty and the unknown of long-term care, all at one product. Not additional costs, not additional fees, it's all part of it. So tune into the next video, part B or part 2 of how you can avoid long-term care pitfalls. And that's what we want to help you with, give you the right products, the right solutions that don't give you any additional costs. That's the key. Well, I want to thank you for watching today's video. I'm Jordan Quijano.
And I'm Joseph Quijano, Certified Financial Planner, and we want you to please click the button below, like us, be sure that you click the little bell so you can get the next notification when the new video comes out. Until next week.
Most importantly, subscribe. Thank you. We'll see you soon.